Coming to you from Hilbert College, it is the podcast Running Wild. My name is Gabriel. Spencer's on vacation this week. Here at the Running Wild podcast, we have vacation days and Spencer is going to use them. But that's okay, because joining me today are our co-hosts, Travis, Pelly, and Maloney. Guys, thanks for filling in this week.
Pleasure to be here.
Let's start the podcast this week talking about managing expectations. You have a good win. Good for you. Good for you. Are you winning the Super Bowl? No, you're not. Who am I talking to? You, Bills fan. I heard it all over the weekend, all over Twitter. We just beat the Patriots. We're gonna win the Super Bowl this year. No, you're not. No, you're an 8-8, 9-7 football team. I'd be happy if you guys go 10-6. I'd throw a parade. I really would. The Bills go 10-6. Oh yeah, Pegula should shut down all of Buffalo. Just go crazy.
And then when we win the Super Bowl, what happens?
Oh, when you win this, it's not gonna happen. But what if it were to happen?
Pegula's president of the United States.
I'm voting.
Might not be a bad thing.
With our current choices, maybe not.
Anyway.
But just let's come back to reality. 2 weeks ago, we're all ready to give up on the Bills, and now all of a sudden they're Super Bowl contenders again. Guys, help me out here. I'm not from this era. What is it about the Bills fan that gives you this cloud of illusion?
The Bills are what make our world go round. When the Bills do good, everybody works a little bit harder on Mondays. When the Bills lose, don't ask me to do anything.
So you hardly do anything ever.
I don't think you understand the hype that goes into a Super Bowl win. We can't even fathom that. We lost 4
You're right.
straight.
You wouldn't be able to fathom that, and you never will.
We will soon.
Soon.
Tyrod Taylor will win a Super Bowl in the next 5 years, Gabe.
Tyrod Taylor already won one.
You know what Tyrod
Let's
Taylor
make it
is?
2.
He's a decent fill-in. He's not that great in the pocket. He's a good scrambler, I'll give you that. But every good elite franchise quarterback has to be more accurate from the pocket.
Have you ever been to a Bills games, Gabriel?
I have not.
You wouldn't understand.
Then you wouldn't understand. Exactly.
You're the drunkest fans in the NFL, I think,
There's a reason for that.
because you're trying to compensate.
Sometimes. But most of the time, it's just because we want to prepare ourselves for the Super Bowl. We don't want to be too lightweighted and not be able to watch the Super Bowl.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Were you really impressed with the Bills' win over the Patriots?
You weren't? We shut out one of the best teams in football, regardless who's at quarterback.
Yeah, you shut out a third stringer. Good job.
The third stringer beat the Houston Texans 27-0 the week before on national television, and they were saying that he was the greatest thing since sliced bread. Now we're back to reality with him. It's the same thing everywhere.
Exactly.
People went way too over the top with Jacoby Brissett. He was a good fill-in, yes, but the other thing for me this weekend was Bill Belichick had the most conservative game calling that I've ever seen from him, ever from the Patriots.
They were scared of the Buffalo Bills. What can you say? They were scared.
They weren't scared.
What
Bill
else would
Belichick.
justify a conservative play calling day?
Bill Belichick, to his fault in this case, one of the greatest coaches, he overcoached this game. He didn't want Jacoby Brissett to turn the ball over, and I think he just overcoached him. You guys didn't thoroughly outplay the Patriots.
16
that was
nothing
what-
sounds like overplaying.
I agree. So we beat one of the best teams in football. Of course we're going to be hyped. We beat
2 of the best teams in
Right.
football back-to-back.
Arizona going into
Arizona fairly underwhelming throughout the season.
Going into week 3 was the number 1 team in football according to SportsCenter's power rankings.
And then we saw the game and we realized, wow, we were overhyped on that one too.
Yeah, and the Bills were ranked, 28? And now we beat the Patriots, who were number 1 going into week 4, and we only moved up to 20. When will we start getting some respect?
When you earn it!
When we beat the Rams this week.
Yeah, once we beat the Rams, then people will say maybe the Bills are for real, because we are. Without Sammy Watkins, we don't even need that bum. He's hurt every week anyway.
Robert Woods over Sammy Watkins any day, any week.
He draws you guys double coverage. He'll draw the best corner. He'll draw the best DB.
That's all he is. He's the best decoy in the NFL right now because he's useless.
He drew us 2 losses, Gabe. Robert Woods drew us 2 wins.
Oh my God.
By himself.
And Marquise
LaShawn
Goodwin.
McCoy did way better without
Sammy Watkins off the field, more touches for LaShawn, better results.
Let's start calling him Sammy Watchin.
Watching. I don't. Where do you guys see the Bills season going this year?
Wild card.
If they can beat the Rams, we got a legit chance at the playoffs.
I don't know what it takes you. Who do we have to beat to not be a joke?
You're
Betty
telling
said all
me
along.
in the next 3 games we play the Rams, San Francisco, and the Dolphins. We don't go 3-0.
You might go 3-0, yeah.
So then we're 5-2.
You're 5-2.
Still a
Against
joke.
the Patriots again.
And then we play
Seahawks.
and then the Seahawks, which is a tough game
3
at
straight
Seattle.
games of legit teams.
So we're still looking at a projection of 9-7 or 8-8. You might get the wild card.
This man has not been to a Bills game then.
Yeah,
He must sit on his couch with his cat and eat popcorn on Sundays instead of getting excited being
I'm
at
a
the Bills
dog
game.
person.
you just don't understand at all.
I think he enjoys college football more for some reason.
Oh my god.
You'll never understand, Gabriel.
That's fine. The Bills' win over the Patriots this Sunday was more about how poorly the Patriots played. Moving on to the other surprise of the weekend, Atlanta versus the Panthers. What is wrong with Cam Newton?
I don't know. I don't even think he played on Sunday.
I didn't see him out there.
He was a
Sunday.
no-show.
Yeah,
I know what was happening. Julio Jones getting 300 yards.
Julio Jones was really impressive. How good does Josh Norman look right now?
pretty good. I thought it was funny he took a shot at the Panthers that he said, you get what you pay for. He's laughing with his paycheck at Washington right now. Basically shut down OBJ. Not shut down, but got his team the win. He's laughing right now, loving it.
Maloney, what was your take on the Panthers' performance this past Sunday?
Personally, I think they played like garbage. Julio Jones was out of this world game. I think he had 17 catches for 300-something yards and a touchdown. And who can stop the running back duo of Devontae Freeman and Coleman stays unanswered? 'Cause
Probably
I
one
haven't
of the
seen them
best
stop.
running back duos that we have in our league right now.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Let's segue real quick into college football. Travis, you and I had a rough week in college football.
We did.
Yeah. But I'll take that because of the great games that we had. The Michigan-Wisconsin game, that was good. I underestimated Harbaugh again. I'll try not to do that again. Louisville, Jackson played well for Louisville. I think he's still the Heisman front runner at this point.
Oh, 100%. I think the AP poll showed us that they didn't take that loss too hard on Jackson or Louisville in general. They're still ranked in the top 10. They're ranked 7th. And I think that they're giving him some respect. He played great against a great team. So I think it'll be interesting moving forward to see if Louisville can make a case to get that last spot in the playoff, and to see if Jackson can continue to be the front runner for this Heisman.
Let's go to the other surprise of the weekend. Stanford, Washington. Travis, were you surprised?
Did Christian McCaffrey play?
He was a no-show.
I think he was with Cam Newton. Gosh, what are these guys doing? He had one of the best seasons ever last year in college football, right? Am I right?
Oh, yeah. No.
I mean,
Second in the Heisman.
right. Against a great player, Derrick Henry. But this year was his year to win the Heisman. And now I don't think he's even in the question anymore. This
In
is
fairness
back-to-back
to him,
weeks.
other teams have been stacking the box against him. He needed his quarterback to open up the run for him.
I agree, but back-to-back weeks of basically being irrelevant. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to make a case when you're not putting up numbers.
All right, let's move on to preview the upcoming games of this weekend. Oklahoma versus Texas. Travis, for some reason, this is a must-win game for Charlie Strong, or I have a feeling he's out.
I agree. I don't think Charlie Strong got a fair shake from the beginning here at Texas. Charlie Strong has had a great program, but has just been taking the heat for an African-American head coach at Texas. It has been a really tough road for him, and I think that he deserves the spot as the head coach at Texas, but I think he's out after this year.
You know what's even worse to me is that Texas is already trying to recruit Tom Hertman out of Houston to be the coach. But don't worry, they say that Charlie Strong will be able to remain through this season. How disrespectful is that?
I agree. I mean, incredibly disrespectful, and I take Oklahoma this week.
Here's the thing too, Texas is in a rebuilding program. You can't just keep firing your head coaches. You need some stability to get a winning program again. Charlie Strong, he brought in the right culture. He started disciplining players. And Texas has got a tough schedule. Granted, they always have a great recruiting class, but I think Charlie Strong has done well. The big knock against him is that the defense lets up too many points. It's the Big 12. It's illegal to play defense in the Big 12.
That's true. Look at the Baylor game.
All the teams score 30, 40, 50 points. I don't know. Maybe they had it out for Charlie Strong from the get-go. I don't know.
That's what I think.
So, to me, if the players really want Charlie Strong to stay, he seems to be a personnel coach. I think Texas will beat Oklahoma. Alabama, Arkansas, who do you like?
Alabama. Nick Saban will not lose this game.
You cannot bet against Nick Saban.
Right.
Very hard to.
I like Arkansas. I have family members that go to Arkansas, so little biased, but Alabama's, I don't see anybody touching them until the college football playoff.
Moving on to back to the NFL, Pittsburgh stomped the Chiefs. What were your thoughts, Maloney?
I think Pittsburgh played amazing, and let's be real, Le'Veon Bell is back. Him and Antonio Brown played insane that game, and Big Ben is just guiding them to the Super Bowl that they are going to this year, Gabe.
So not the Bills. Okay, Pelly?
I totally agree with Kurt. Pittsburgh's schedule.
You agree the Bills won't make the Super Bowl. Keep going.
All right, no, but Pittsburgh is a very, very big Super Bowl contender. I'm looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers schedule right now, and the only real opponents they have for the rest of the season is New England and Cincinnati, and the rest of their schedule is not looking too good.
To me, the Chiefs there have been a lot of surprises. The Raiders, for one, the Rams. But then there have been disappointments. The Panthers. I'm going to add the Chiefs to that list, too. Travis, what's going on?
I think Pittsburgh's a serious Super Bowl contender. Le'Veon Bell. Who can stop this guy? And if you stop him, they have Antonio Brown. Le'Veon Bell, 144 yards last game in his first week back. I can't wait to see what he does to the Jets this Sunday.
Let's move on to another topic. 15 yards for a bow and arrow celebration? Pelly, is that too much from the NFL?
I think the NFL just doesn't like fun in the games.
Let's make football fun again.
Couldn't agree more. I mean, Antonio Brown, he celebrates, he gets a flag. Then you have a guy like Blake Bortles who punts a football, no flag. I agree with Anthony. I think they just hate fun and they pick and choose when to throw that flag depending on who it is.
Right, there's no consistency, and fans aren't really that bothered by it.
Right, the fans love it.
Oh yeah, they encourage it if anything, and plus those 15 yards can determine field position. That can affect the game just because you celebrate after a touchdown. If I score a touchdown, which is highly unlikely since I've gone undrafted yet again this year, I'm going crazy.
Oh, I would agree. I would go nuts.
Moving on, when young quarterbacks scramble, they tend to try to pick up 1-2 yards just to get rocked. Veteran quarterbacks, they have their eyes down the field the whole time, looking for a big play. Quarterbacks need to start taking better care of themselves. Pelly, what are your thoughts of Cam? Scrambling is fine, but slowing down at the end just so he can get hit, or I don't even know what he was doing. What are your thoughts?
I feel like some quarterbacks like Cam Newton who know that they can run for sometimes big gains, they feel as though they have to if they don't see anything down the field. Like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, neither of those guys can run, so they already know that they have to throw the ball.
Right, they would rather just lose 5 yards.
Either that or just throw it away.
Exactly.
It is a highly underrated skill that Tom Brady and Peyton Manning have.
Not getting hit?
Not getting hit, yes. I feel that Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, that is why they are able to play so long and at such a high level. They're not taking these huge hits and getting concussions like Cam Newton is.
It's undervalued, the skill of not getting hit, because it's hard to find great quarterbacks for this league. You see when a quarterback goes down, who steps up? Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you get Garoppolo, sometimes you get the Browns situation. If you're a franchise quarterback, take care of your body. Maloney, what are your thoughts?
I think that the top tier quarterbacks, the elite QBs you look at in the NFL, most of them are not scramblers. They're not trying to pick up
They're
that extra
pocket
1 yard.
passers.
Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning was one.
Even though Aaron Rodgers can run a little bit if he has to.
Right, but he's not
Tom
depending
Brady,
on
yeah,
scrambling.
exactly.
He's more of a pocket passer.
Pocket passes
Unlike
win games.
Tyrod, who I'll just throw in there.
Whoa.
Franchise quarterback Tyrod Taylor.
Oh my goodness.
He's already got 1 Super Bowl ring.
Let's make it 2.
All right. Save that debate for another day. Moving on to our picks of the weekend. Cardinals, 49ers. Who do we like?
I personally like the 49ers. Cardinals look like they're in shambles right now, especially if Carson Palmer can't play this week.
I think the Cardinals are going to win this one. Carson Palmer out, going to be a little less of a for-sure lock-in, but I think they're going to start putting it back together this week. They're 0-2 in the last two. They got to come back.
I'm going to give this one to San Fran. I think Chip Kelly has the people in place to win this game, and I think Blake Everett's going to have a day.
The 49ers probably feel like they lost one, that they're owed a win. They're going to win this game. The Cardinals, very underwhelming so far. Maybe Carson Palmer is out. If not, he's definitely not at 100%. 49ers win it. Browns, Patriots, who do we like?
Do we even have to talk about this one? Like,
It's on the schedule, so yes.
Tom Brady might have 4 touchdowns in the first quarter.
Tom Brady is back. LeGarrette Blount is playing great. And I hope Gronk plays full potential this week with Brady back in the pocket. I think the Patriots will win by at least 2 touchdowns.
The Patriots are going to win by a lot.
Yes, I'm also looking forward to this practice exhibition game by the Patriots. Should be a fun one. Jets versus the Steelers.
Steelers. Got nothing else to say.
Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, Big Ben, nobody's stopping them this year.
Exactly. Who can stop these guys?
The Eagles.
We'll see.
We're looking at two teams going in opposite directions. The Jets, they seem to want to compete with the Browns for the number 1 pick next year. The Steelers, they're playing great football right now. Falcons, Broncos, who do we like?
It's probably going to be the best game of the year so far. Matt Ryan having a MVP season as of to date. Julio Jones, best receiver so far also. Can't stop him.
I'm looking forward to this one too. The Falcons' great offense against the Broncos' amazing defense. I just want to see that go at it. I personally think the Falcons are going to take this one home.
Yeah, I agree. I'm very excited for this matchup. I'm going to have to go with the Broncos.
Here's the thing. I cannot wait for the Falcons to play a great defense. Trevor Siemian, Paxton Lynch, doesn't matter who's playing quarterback. Broncos will win this one. Bengals, Cowboys, who do we like?
I'm still riding the Dak train. I feel like the Cowboys are going to be able to pull this one out.
I couldn't disagree more. I'm going with the Bengals here. A.J. Green, he's just unstoppable lately. Jeremy Hill, Giovanni Bernard, they're starting to figure it out this year. I think the Bengals win.
I'm going Bengals too.
The Bengals win. Here's why. Do you know who really does not perform well in Jerry World? The Cowboys. Bengals. They're playing all right now. They do enough to win it. Bills versus the Rams.
3rd straight week, Gabe. Bills win.
Let's go Buffalo. Robert Woods, hopefully another great week. Is Sammy playing this week?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, exactly. LaShawn McCoy, Robert Woods, they'll take the win.
Let's not forget, Marcel Darius is back. He might have 3 sacks this week, and I cannot wait. Bills take another one.
I'm anticipating a close, good game. I'm going to give the edge to the Rams, though. They're for real this year. Case Keenum is doing enough to not lose. The Rams' defense is great. War of attrition, I'm going to favor the Rams.
They're for real. They got shut out 28-0
They're
by the
3-1.
San Fran 49ers.
They might win their division. Giants versus the Packers.
Aaron Rodgers. That's it.
The Packers will win this one. Eddie Lacy, Jordy Nelson, they're going to get it done.
Jordy Nelson has 2 touchdowns. Packers win.
The Giants, they're add them to the list of teams that have been a little underwhelming.
Yeah, but they've had some injury problems, I'd have to say.
Yeah, everyone has injury problems. That's not an
both
excuse.
your running backs are gone.
Yeah, both quarterbacks for the Patriots were gone. They're 3-1 now. The Packers will
Buffalo.
win this game. Bucks versus the Panthers. Who do we like? Does Cam Newton get back on track?
Is he even going to play?
Yeah.
I think Mike Evans has a big day. Bucks pull out a close win.
You know, I've looked at this game a lot. I did like the Panthers. I'm going to have to switch to the Bucks because I don't know who's playing running back for the Panthers right now. It's not Jonathan Stewart. Cam could be hurt. I like Mike Evans. I like Jameis Winston. And I like Charles Sims. I'm going to take the Bucks.
After a tough loss, the Panthers bounce back. Panthers win it.
I'm also going to take the Panthers. I think that they're finally going to get Calvin Benjamin back in the mix, and I have a Panthers victory.
Moving on, what do we have to look forward to this week, fellas?
I'm looking forward to see if the Colts go 1-4 this week against the Bears. They're not looking too good, and Andrew Luck is supposed to be the face of the franchise post Peyton Manning, and he's just not getting it done.
If you ask me the surprise of the week, I'm just excited for the best football game I've seen so far this year with Atlanta's offense against Denver's defense. I cannot wait to watch that one.
I agree with you, Kurt, but I'm going to have to go with the Philly Lions game. Is Philly going to go 4-0? Are they legit?
With rookie Carson Wentz, did not see that coming.
Cannot wait for this matchup. By the way, I'm taking Philly.
Moving on, who is the player, the breakout player that we need to be looking for? Pelly?
I'm gonna say Derek Carr. He's looking like he's gonna be a stud this year, and I feel like Oakland's gonna have a real shot in the playoffs.
Raiders are legit. Travis?
We didn't talk about this before, but mine was Amari Cooper.